Ah yes, the sweet sound of iron golems being burned by lava and dropping their items into my hopper system, which is then going into a silo storage, and you can see it's starting to get filled up here. So, what are we here for? We are looking at a machine built by Tango Tech. You can look down in the description below if you want to learn more about it. He goes into much greater detail, but I just kind of want to show you how awesome this machine is. Right now I'm in a single player server just on my own PC, and I transferred our multiplayer server map over here so I could use this mod and kind of show you in more detail exactly what's happening. So if you're wondering what's with all this wacko stuff, it's just a mod. It's called Villager Mod, I think. I'll put a link down in the description below as well, since I'm featuring it in the video here. So basically this is an iron golem machine. You've probably heard of these before, but this isn't exactly like those ones. Most of them are kind of large. They go vertically really high because you have to get multiple layers, but this incorporates 32 villages into this one machine. Oh my god, it's so awesome. So what I'm going to do is just kind of show you exactly how this works. Again, the link is in the video below if you want to build one yourself. You do not need any mods, you do not need creative mode, you do not need anything. You can make this on your own server, although it will require quite a bit of time and quite a bit of resources. So let's just get started. The first thing I'm going to do is turn off the machine, because I want to show you how it kind of automatically builds itself. Alright, so we've done a reset here. So what's going to happen right now is this villager right here is going to be out of range of all these doors down here. And so it's going to unregister all these villages here in just a moment. And what this initial timing system is, when a golem steps on that plate, it tells this machine here, hey, don't restart the machine, alright? Everything's working fine, we don't need to do that. But as you can see, I have disconnected that portion and I did a manual restart. So just pretend that golems are not spawning and the machine is going to say, hey, no golems are here, I'm going to restart myself. So any second now, you should see that all these villages are going to disappear. And what's going to happen is going to start this timer here, and what that's going to do is initiate this entire giant machine here, which is going to create these villages one at a time. So you'll see here in just a moment that our first village should be created. It's going to be red. The mod's going to mark it as red. And that's going to send a signal down to the other portion of the machine. There it goes. As you can see, this signal is going to go all the way down. I believe this is 52 repeaters set on maximum delay. Let's just chase this down here, and I'll kind of show you what exactly is going on. So this is going to the other segment of the machine here. That's going to start this timer and this timer, which is going to start kicking off these pistons in a certain configuration. And as you can see, we've got a purple village here. This is going to be village number 2. And you can see it's already linked up with village number 1. I'm sorry, village number 2 is not linked up, but village number 1 is linked up on both sides here. This red line is showing you the center point. So the center point of village 1 is right here. But you'll kind of see it's going to be shifting back and forth as these pistons retract and extend, which is giving daylight access to the doors on both sides. You'll kind of see that this side will go, and then about 20 to 30 seconds later this side will go, and then about 20 to 30 seconds later this side will go, and you're kind of going to see it jump back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So before I get into too much detail, I'm going to just kind of show you the basic workings. As you can see, there's a villager here, same system. He's on a piston. When it's lowered, that villager is in range of these doors, and that's how it's going to register a village there. There are 21 villagers inside this basket over here. This is the bulk of the villagers who are needed to actually create a village and spawn the iron golem. Up here, this villager will be used in phase 2. He is going to be lowered down into range of the doors on the upper half of the first section here. But that's all for kind of later, after all these villages have been created. So I know this may seem a little confusing, pretty daunting. I don't really know much about redstone, but I saw this machine and I knew that it had to be mine. I had to make one. So on our multiplayer server, we gathered up a crap ton of resources. I went out on expedition and found this natural village here, which is a considerable amount of distance away from all the structures that we've already built. Once I found this natural village, I just decided to build the machine out here for a couple of reasons. One, so we can move these villagers here easily. As you can see, there's a rail that we pushed each villager into proper position with, which was not very fun. It took some time, but it was well worth it already. And our main, I guess, housing area where we normally dig and build stuff is about 1,500 blocks in that direction. Here's a little hut we build that's kind of our main warehouse for all the supplies we needed here. I built it away from that village because it needs to be away from any other wooden doors. So if you have any wooden doors around this structure, it's probably going to screw things up. You can have an iron door here for kind of maintenance access. If you watch Tango's video, he'll kind of tell you why you should do this. You know, this is kind of like a maintenance deal. If you need to go up here and fix any broken parts or look at any machine, whatever. This is again phase 2 area, so right now I'm just gonna kinda let this video go and you can watch each one of these villages being created, and as soon as we're about to kick into phase 2, I'll kind of explain exactly what's happening there. Alright. As you can see, we just finished phase 1. We have created 32 villages, all centered right here. In a moment, they're all going to get kicked over to this side here. And we're about to start phase 2. Basically, the machine is kind of saying, hey, I'm done on phase 1. I need to start phase 2. As you'll see, this thing is going to start up here. Any moment now. There we go. Kicked them all over there. It should get the signal that it needs to start any moment now. Alright, there it goes. As you can see, this is granting access to the doors below, sky access. This guy's going to get dropped down into range of those doors. It's going to register this one village, and then it's going to kick him back up. There he goes. It's going to open number 2 piston. As you can see, that village is getting recognized again. When that guy gets moved down, it's going to center the village into the water area there, as you can see. So the doors up top are linked, the doors on the bottom are linked, and the doors on the right side are now linked. So they're all linked together. And because of the number of the doors on this side, it is going to center them about right here. As you can see, you know, there's one door over there, so the village center is kind of getting tugged over to the right. But at the end of phase 2, there's a small phase 3, if that's what you want to call it. Really, it's just kind of an ending of phase 2. All it does is tell this side over here to go ahead and close access to all those doors, which is going to center the villages right in the middle, which is right where we want them. Because these boxes that are displayed by the mod are basically showing you where iron golems can spawn. So if you're a little confused about what this is actually showing you, that's kind of it. And kind of by default, that's showing you the village center at the same time. So here we'll kind of sit and watch phase 2 get going here. I guess I'll kind of sit up here. It's kind of nice to watch that villager go up and down, and these pistons kind of move all the way down the line. Alright, we are nearing the end of our phase 2 build here. Let's see all of our villages. Should kick over this last red one here with the final phase 2. Just going to switch that part off. It's going to send a signal down to the phase 1 area, which is going to send a signal over there telling that one to close all the doors, and you'll see it's going to realign all these right in the middle. So that's it. The machine is officially done making iron golem farms. So now basically this machine is just going to continue to make iron golems until it either gets reset somehow or somehow gets damaged. I don't know. This is a zombie siege that's happening right now. Some people have asked, if a zombie siege happens, it's going to rip all my doors off. Well, they're certainly going to try to rip your doors off. But if you built it exactly how Tango shows you how to build it, what's going to happen is the zombies are going to try and get to those doors inside, and they're just going to get burned up in the same lava trap that the golems do. So, again, there was just that one minor change that I made, and that was to fill up this hopper timer here. All this timer does is look for when the golems are not spawning. So, no golems have spawned in X amount of time, depending on how many blocks you got in there. The machine will automatically restart itself because it knows something is not right. If you go to the nether by yourself, you're the only person in the server, you go to the nether, the machine will deactivate. So the next time you come back here, it will have to restart the process. If you're in a multiplayer server, and let's just say somebody is 1,000 blocks in that direction, and you're here and you die, and you get respawned where they are, you have to run all the way back over here. Well, by the time you get back over here, guess what? The machine is, again, broken. There will be no villages. There will be no iron golems spawning. So it's going to have to remake itself again. I don't know if it's a matter of how long it takes you to get back or exactly what the mechanic is. I just know that I've died sitting AFK out here, and the machine had to rebuild itself. It's not really an issue since it's all automated. You know, it just does it all by itself. So the only real loss is that you're not going to be getting that much iron for about 20 minutes when the machine is rebuilding. I had this disconnected just so I could manually restart it. You should never have to do that. So yeah, basically this thing's just going to keep counting down over and over and over, and whenever it hasn't been told by these plates here that an iron golem is spawned, as you can see it's kind of hooked up here, it's just going to start phase 1 again. Bam, it's going to kick up that villager, which is going to deregister all the villages. It's going to kick it over to that west area that we were flying around at before, over there, and it's going to start the whole process again. So, you know, there's other iron golem farms out there. I don't think any of them produce as much golems as this one does, which in turn means that this one produces more iron in the same amount of time than any other iron golem farm, and it has the bonus that it automatically builds itself. You don't have to do anything once this thing is done. So again, check the link below if you want to get this villager mod to help you build it, but once you have it done, you know, you shouldn't have to do anything. Again, you can build this in a multiplayer server with no mods. You don't need creative mode. You don't need anything. So, you know, again, I don't understand redstone that much. I was still able to build this machine, get everything working properly, do a little bit of easy troubleshooting. I will mention that I have seen a few people have issues where the machine seems to build like 10 villages, but then it starts to combine the villages. My issue was I did not have a piston behind this first block. In the video where you build it, he mentions to destroy this piston because you don't need it. Well, I actually destroyed both because I wasn't paying attention. And also, over here, you break this piston and you break this piston. Well, I didn't put a block out here in front. And so basically, it was registering this door the entire time, which was causing the villages to get jumbled together. So, those are the two issues I had. You may have some other issues, but I just recommend you to watch the video again and just kind of be, you know, attentive. Just try and pay attention, because one block misplaced in a key area can really screw things up. I wanted to make a quick little edit here. if you're playing in a survival server, what you're going to want to do is build a little hut right here. It can be really small. You just have to be able to get inside. You need 2 iron doors on it. That way mobs cannot break them, and you can't use wooden doors obviously because it'll register them and it'll mess up the villages. Basically you can go AFK inside this hut for as much time as you want until you get disconnected from the server. And because you're inside here and you're behind these iron doors, again those zombies will try and get inside of the wooden doors and they'll just get burned up. So there's no danger of getting killed, and you can sit here as AFK as long as you want. And you know, this hopper system will just kind of continue to fill up. I wanted to kind of show you, I didn't really go into detail what that was. Tango mentions it, he links videos to how to make this. Basically these are all droppers. The mobs drop their items onto those hoppers down there. They move it over to these droppers, which carry it to the top into these hoppers, which goes into this silo system. Basically there's 8 or 9 or 10 chests here, and they're all linked together with hoppers so that they all funnel down to that bottom one. Basically after this machine has been on for a really long time, these are all going to be full of iron and red roses. It's just a convenient way to store a lot so your chest doesn't get full and you don't miss out on that iron that's dropping there. So again, this is Tango Tech's Iron Trench. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm going to be probably producing some more Minecraft videos here in the near future. So it's good to be back.